Get it done. Whatever it is, get it done. Go to the next. Stop laying down at the pool, crying and asking someone to help you or give you an offering or, you know, if you, I said this about the pool, maybe I'm crazy. I said, sometimes I'm very literal. When I first started reading that, and he said, every time the angel comes to stir the water, somebody jumps in front of me. I said, if I had a withered leg, my leg would not get out the water all year long. Nobody would make it. Nobody. If one leg had to stay in the water and all I had to do was roll in, you got to become desperate for your healing, for your deliverance, for your promise. Yes. The promises of God to us are yea and amen. So why isn't it yea and amen? You got to go on to the next. You got to leave the pool. You got to leave anxiety. You have to leave disagreement, grumbling, hatred, rage. Leave it. It's time for the next. Doubt, second guessing yourself. It's time. Go to the next. Count it all joy. Yes. Some things, in order to go to the next, you got to declare a death sentence on the now. Mhm. Just go ahead and declare it is dead. Send it to the mortuary. Let the undertaker have his way with it. Bury it. Have a ceremony, a memorial, cremation, whatever you got to do. But a lot of us will not go to the next because we're too tangled in the now. But the now was the yesterday. Anything that follows you from one dimension to another but does not increase you in the next, you need to just go ahead and, yeah, give it as a slit its throat, let it bleed out, give it as a sacrifice to God. But Apostle, you don't know how many years I've been in this relationship. You don't know how much I have invested in this relationship. You have not a clue of what I have lost in this relationship. But the question is you going to lose any more? Are you going to invest any more? Because how is that working for you? You've cried about it. You've prayed about it. You send the arms. You've asked God. You've been silly about it. You've cussed about it, and still you're getting the same result. The tree can only produce the fruit that it is. You're never gonna get bananas off of a peach tree. If you want bananas, you're gonna have to leave the peach tree, the peach orchard, and go to the banana grove. They're not even the same. You must go to the next, lest you will not get anything in the finished. Count it all joy. Learn your lesson. Thank you for the instructions, God. Thank you for the knowing. Now I know because I've experienced it. I just don't believe that fire is hot. I just don't feel the heat. I felt the fire. Now I know, you know, Overseer used to say, some people don't believe fat back greasy until it pop them. That's it. You've been popped. And there's nothing like a bacon burn. When it pop up out of the skillet and hit you, sometimes it leaves a blister. You already knew, or you believed, you've heard about it, but we're in the knowing now. You know what that train of thought is going to produce in you. You know where that relationship is going. It's been parked in the same place for too long. You know they're not able. You're not a failure. This is just an opportunity to adjust. This is an opportunity to do it again, but do it right. I'll know what not to do the next time I'm in such a place. I don't see failures, I see lessons. Question is, did you pass it or did you fail it? If you failed it, you can always take again. But when you pass it, you need to leave it next. If I've passed junior year, it's time to go to senior year. Why am I still sitting in a junior year's class when the grade has been passed? Because somebody else failed, don't mean I'm going to sit here with you. You better, because somebody else refuses to get it. We can still talk, we can still meet each other in the hallway, but we're not even on the same halls anymore. Why am I sitting in the classroom with you that I've already mastered? Oh, y'all all get that. Because you feel insignificant, because you feel as though you're not worthy, because you don't want to put forth the effort. I'm a senior now. And beyond that, I'm a grad. That's the next. And beyond that, I'm a college student. That's the next. And beyond that, I have mastered it. Beyond that, I have a doctorate. That's the next. And beyond that, I might even become the professor of the university. But I got to get up out of the now and go to the, yeah, yeah. If you don't go to the next, there's going to be no graduation. And so he told me to start sharing, and I shall share. 5787 is the year of the not finished, finished. Y'all remember that one? You remember that? Yeah, that one undid several people, me included. And so we know that the Hebraic year is not like our calendar year. Though we're in the same year, we see it differently. 5787 on the Hebraic calendar, we love to call it Jewish. It's not Jewish, it's the Hebraic calendar. Means we are 5,787 years away from the creation of first man on earth. It's been 5,787 years of recorded history. So we are in the 5787th year, and we focus on the last number, which is 7. We love the number 7. Don't we love the number 7? We love the number 7 because even in our Greek understanding, we know it's something about this number. This is the perfected number. This is the good number. This is the number where it's all done. 7. But it's so much more to the number. We know that Hebrew is a language of numbers and lettering. The numbers and the letters are equal to each other, and each one holds its own meaning and understanding. The number 7 is Zion. It is the number, it is the name Zion. We just came out of 6. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav. It was the year, well, we're in the year of Vav, which is the number 6, the year, the number and the letter of man. When you look at the Zion, the letter we call perfection, it is the Vav with the crown. Uh-oh. It is the Vav with the crown. It is man wearing a crown. It is symbolic of Christ. Christ was man. When he finished it and was crowned, he became again divinity. And so we look at Zion. Zion means more than just perfect. Zion means more than just finished. Zion means rest, means complete. It means fullness. It means fat. And so as we look at the number 7 and we look at Zion, this will be a year of the finished. This will be a year of rest. This will be a year of completion. It is a divine year. It will be a year of fullness. Let's go to Genesis 2 and 2. want to talk to you. We're going to break it down each week by one of the meetings, and he had me to start with rest. Mm. 7 is symbolic of heavenly things, where 6 was about man. Now 7 is about the supernatural. 6 is the finish of man. 7 is the beginning of the supernatural of God. Also in Zion is war, but war with nourishment, meaning bread will not be lacking, though you will have to fight. You will rest and you will fight. The two don't even go together. Let's keep going. Genesis 2 and 2. By the seventh day, God completed the work he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. All right. So we see this word rested, and God rested. We know 7. 7 is a complete week. 7 is the day of rest. We love that number 7, but what does it really mean? If it's mentioned in the Bible, this is known uh, rabbinically. If it's mentioned, it has purpose. It's not just sitting there to fill air or to get you to read and be entertained. So when it tells us that God created the earth, the seas, the atmosphere, all that in them was, and rested on the seventh day and declared that that day was a holy day, it means something. What exactly does it mean that God rested? Well, we should know if we don't. God is not a man. He doesn't need to catch his breath. He is breath. He doesn't get tired. He is eternal. He doesn't need to breathe again because he's never going to stop breathing. So we can come away from that God rested and say, it's not what that word means, especially when it is pertaining to the divine one. We say he made, why can't you get it done? God did all things in 6 days, but we don't know how long a day was. Right. When you read the word, it says a day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as a day in God. We don't know the time span. So we don't know if it was 6,000, what we would call years, or 6 days. That we don't know what that is. We just know the number 6. He did not explain to us time and what a day meant. So we look at the 6 and not the fullness of, okay, what is a day? What does that mean? We can look at the silliest things sometimes. We so deep to we're shallow. Mhm. The 6 is important. The day is not. What was important about the day, he put in there. This is what I made in day 1. This is what I made in day 2. This is what I made in day 3, 4, 5, and in 6. This is what I made in the day. Okay? You don't need to know whether that was the thousands of your years or one day of your life. You just need to know it was 6 makings. So we look at it, and we're going to look at it. That word rested there is Shabbat. I want you to look at it carefully because it means to cease. Rested, put an end to. Hebraically, it means the intentional completion and stopping of an active task. Is this rested? Yes. And God ceased. God put an end to it. He intentionally completed and stopped what he was actively doing. Oh my God. In 5787, you will be expected to cease. Mhm. To put an end to it. To intentionally bring completion and stop what you are actively doing in certain situations, with certain projects, with certain people, with certain locales, with certain relationship. This is the year you will rest. Cease. Mm. Now, if you have not come to your next, you might cease in the wrong place. All right. You You won't be able to put it to an end because you never arrived. A journey is not fulfilled until you are at destination. Y'all don't hear that. You don't get on the plane and the plane stop in the middle of the air. It doesn't cease to fly until it lands destination. Oh, y'all ain't liking me about right now. Now, in talking about the rest, you're going to have to fight for it. Because even though you end up in the next place, there's some people who want to call you back to their now place. But because it's their now place, don't mean it's the place you're supposed to rest. No, this is, no, I left where you're at. You can come where I am. Oh my God. But I will not come back to where you are. Not in my thinking, not in my living, not in my dealings. I have moved on to the place he said, now, Sheldon, you can cease. Put an end to it. Intentionally complete the task. I need a praying church. Shabbat. The word Sabbath comes from this word Shabbat. So then if we look at Sabbath, we're too religious. It is the day of rest. You don't need to do anything. It's the day you don't cook, you don't clean. We just so religious. No, God said it's the day after 6 days. You've done what you've done. Cease. Put an end to it. Intentionally complete what you've actively been doing. You didn't get it done in 6 days. You're not going to get it done in the next. My God. You didn't get it done in the 6 years that he's given you to get it done. Leave it. Get up from by the pool of your begging. Go to the next where you find rest. I promise you, if you go to the next, you don't even want to do it no more. I'm serious, y'all. Once I made a decision about some things, I cried, I wailed, I asked why, I went through all these changes and turning, but I was still sitting down in it, Evelyn. I was still present in the now. The moment I made a decision, I'm getting up from here and I'm going to the next. I looked back at what was now, that is now then, and I said, what was wrong with me? Why did I spend so much time in such an empty, airless place with juvenile people? Because it's juvenile when you know something is destroying you. You know how to get out of it. You say you belong to the Lord, and for the Lord I live and for the Lord I die. God said it, I believe it, but we're operating completely against what we say in juvenile. I promise you, if you go to the next, you're not going to want what is now. You see it differently. Nobody will have to convince you to cease. It just happens. You don't apologize for it. You don't feel no type of way about it anymore. But in order to get there, you got to go there. There's a word, another word for rest that's connected to this word. It's noach. The word does not exist alone. Sabbath. Noach means to settle, to rest. It means to come to a permanent stop after movement. That's important. After movement. This word is the complementary side of biblical rest. While Sabbath in Genesis 2:2 means to stop working, Noach means to settle down, dwell. Find a secure resting place now. Together they form a complete picture of divine alongside of human. Settle, rest. Make this stop permanent. It's symbolic of safety and peace, finding a state of security, freedom from anxiety, and comfort. Leave your nerve pills, your Valium, not talking about prescriptive medication you need for a diagnosed mental issue. I'm talking about you can't get your nerves together. Talking about everything make you like a rabbit ready to jump. Everything makes you anxious. Everything is scared of you. When you get to Noach, you leave it. We don't bring the pain pills. We don't bring the anxiety pills. We don't bring the Valium. Don't nobody have to put us to sleep to get through nothing, because we're going to be in a place where it ceased. That which troubles me in the now is not allowed in the rest.
Yeah. That's real. Yeah.
He's not going to send you to bed no more. Everybody looking for you. You supposed to be someplace, but you couldn't get there. Now you in the bed. You took a couple of Valiums or whatever we taking now, and you knocked out. I said it. Did I say it yesterday? I want to say rest is not for your escape. Sleep is not for you to escape. Sleep is for you to rejuvenate.
Come on.
Sleep was created by God to reboot you, to download you,
Come on,
to give your body that settled place it needs to rejuvenate and come back to its healthy. It was never meant for a means of escape for you. Any little thing happen, it sends us to bed. And when we can't go to sleep, we go to the drugstore, or we call our doctor, or, they gave you Valium because you needed to get through the funeral because you just didn't have it in you. Now you taking the Valium when you just can't think straight. You taking the Valium when somebody cussed you out at work. You called the doctor, told a lie, and got a refill on the Valium. I'm just not dealing with grieving. Well, that's not about your grief. That's about your escape.
That's good. My God. That's right.
My God, he preaching in here, baby, y'all.
Yeah.
I just saw 20 people drop on social media. Get mad that you got to get it right.
Come on, Apostle.
They tried to convince me, especially when I went out there to that good California. They tried to convince me that weed was good. You got to understand this is what it's doing. It's even medically prescribed now. This is what it's doing. It calms you down. You need to be calmed down. It gives you clarity of thought. The devil is a liar.
That's right.
I promise the Lord, this any medication, Whitney, that they give me, what is it going to do to my mind?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I don't want nothing that's going to take over my thoughts. I don't want nothing that's going to blind my thoughts. It just helps you make better decisions. Well, am I making the decision, or is the weed making the decision? It's going to calm you down. I'll calm myself down. That's what I have. The Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, the wind of God in me is able to soothe me. Now, you can do what you want to do. Listen.
That's right.
No mind control drugs for Sheldon. Ain't nothing wrong with Sheldon mind. Uh-oh. If it's going to control my mind, I will not knowingly put it in my mouth. I don't have a mental issue that needs medication. It'll deal with your pain too. I'll deal with it. Prescribe me something that it doesn't have to take my mind to agree with it. But y'all stop with Tylenol 3? I mean, really. What? Some Advil? Some Aleve or something? It can go here, but it can't go here. I'm already crazy enough on my own, all by myself. I can think myself into hell and back out. I don't need no help. The gates of Hades is never far from these thoughts. I know the way in and I can plot the way out. I don't need help. There's nothing you can say to me. Stop it. First of all, y'all stink. I'm too cute.
Can be stinky.
to be smelt in 3 cars back 5 miles on the highway. I'm too cute. Ain't no Prada, ain't no Tom Jones, Ford, and no, is no Gucci, no Uchi, no perfume that covers up. That my mind is being controlled by a uncontrolled substance. Dang. You get used to it. No, I don't want to get used to it. I don't need anything that's mind control. It's the substance of the earth. It wasn't meant for what you're using it for.
That's right.
If you're not benefiting from all 3 parts of a plant, you have abused it. You just can't take it, mutilate it, dissect it, take what you want and throw the rest out. They work together. There's unity when they're together. You separating what you want. Well, you know that's what they're smoking in the peace pipe. They can stay in the what they call it, the teepee. This is the reason they call it controlled substances. It is put under control for the people who need it. You don't need that, you want that. It's a part of your escape plan to not deal with not even life. You don't want to deal with you. You lazy. You're evil.
Don't want to deal with you.
You don't want to be nice.
My Lord.
So you're not dealing with situations you don't want to deal with you. So you escape. You got to leave all of that in the now. It can't come to the place of ceasing. I can see you over there jerking now. No.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how to bring it, but how to give it to me because we've been these and thous and making it cute. No. You need to stop smoking that weed. I took a bath. It's in your skin, baby.
That's right. That's right.
I don't care how new the clothes are, how much you paid for them. It's in you.
Yeah.
So whatever is in you leads into what you put on you. So Noah comes to a permanent stop. It's safe and peaceful. It's the place of security, freedom from anxiety. And it's the place of comfort. It's the place of presence, reflecting a spirit that settles upon. It's the Holy Spirit resting on the prophets. Where Sabbath is the action of stopping your labor, Noach is the result of stopping the labor. The peaceful state of enjoying what you just finished. Genesis tells us that God stopped creating Sabbath. Then he settled into the world to deal with humanity. First, he Sabbath. Then he settled. You want to settle, but you never Sabbath. You can't settle till you stop.
That's good.
You can't settle the matter until you cease the matter. In Exodus 20, around 11, both concepts unite God. God made the world in 6 days, then he rested from his labor. My God. Wait. The 7th day. And then he turned around and commanded humanity to Sabbath. He said, the 7th day, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all of your work, but the 7th is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work. You, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, not your ox, not your ass. None of you shall do any work, for it is the day of Sabbath. It's the day for you to cease. Oh, he's coming to us. We've come to the day of ceasing. And we connected all of that to something we could do in our own. We ain't gonna plow the fields. We ain't gonna plant. We're not even going to cook. But your mind's still racing. You're still dealing with the issues of life. Cease. Give it one day. That's what we're doing in meditation. You might have came up in here with that, but you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna get rid of that thought. Put it on the tray. It's coming back. But for right now, cease.
Please.
Put that thought, put that imagination far from you. It is time for you to sabbath. You got to cease.
Cease it.
Some of these thoughts live with us continually. We sleep with them. We rise with them. We get no sabbath from them. We are coming into a year. You must sabbath it. What is the gain for this is my I learned this. It took some time, y'all. Why am I still doing this? I've not gained nothing out of it. I've not gotten nothing out of it. Matter of fact, I'm losing in it. So why are you parked here? Why have you literally put yourself in park? Cut off the engine. Got the windows rolled up in 120 degrees. Dying on the inside.
That's right.
The very life of you is being strangled out of you, suffocated. And all you got to do is turn the car on and put it in drive and leave. Mm. I don't know who he's talking to today, but he's talking right. You better catch a hold of God. Look. Proverbs 14 and 33. Let God talk about this. We don't see this often. We don't pay attention to this, but wisdom rests in the heart of him that has understanding. But that which is in the midst of fools is made known. Wisdom will tell you, shut your mouth. You okay with it, it's settled in you. Oh my God. It's permanent in you. It says that wisdom settles and rests when you got understanding. You stayed long enough, you understand it now. You should be wiser for the use. Don't blame yourself when things look like they failed and it didn't go the way you expected it to go, or it might have been really mucked up. I mean, totally mucked up. Don't stay there with that. You got wisdom now.
That's good.
We're not going to do that way ever again.
And now.
That's wise. Not why? Because I have understanding. You know, we want people to make choices, live their lives, and operate according to what we understand.
Right.
Because we got the wisdom. But sometimes that understanding and that wisdom has to be worked out in them.
That's right. That's right.
No matter what mama them said, grandmama them said, no matter how many other women failed at it, I'm going to make the difference. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come back around,
Right.
we'll be right here. Because to understand, and all you're getting,
Get up.
get you some understanding. So you can cease this madness. So you can settle the matter forever in a day. It is settled. I'm good. I'm good. I see, especially young ladies making some decisions now. I don't even know my mouth no more. Like, I'm good. Big girl, I'm sure somebody's told you before you came along my path, because I know your mom, okay? I know the community, somebody, but it's obvious. You just you gonna ride it till the wheels come off. You gonna do it till the metal hit that asphalt and cause a fire. That's gonna cause your whole car to burn. But we understand because we did it too. You just go be great and be undone all by yourself, and we'll be right here like some other gatekeeper was there for us because we're keeping the gate fee.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna lock it. We're gonna open the gate when you come back and let you in the hen house, and we're gonna let you talk about it. You know, we ain't gonna say we told you so. You in the wrong hen house. If all they got to do is tell you we told you so, and you shouldn't have made that decision, and that's the wrong hen house. That might be where the roosters don't visit often. So you need to get out of that hen house and go. They bitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't get wisdom out of their understanding. They got bitterness out of that. There's a difference between I got wisdom because I understood because of what I went through versus I became bitter because of what I went through.
That's good.
We the gatekeepers who open the gate, not the gatekeepers who lock the city down.
All right.
We got to come out. Then we're going to talk about finish a little bit more because it is the year of the finished. Entirely done. Are you finished? Oh, this one, it preached so good, I went home and listened to it. Are you finished? 5787 is the year of the finished. Not finishing, the finished. Are you entirely done with it? Have you brought it to a complete state of completion? Is it concluded? Is the task done? No further work required? Because you got to finish it here to be in the finished there. Finish it here. Let it be completely done. Bring it to a completed state here. Be done with it in the next year so that you can go to the finished year. You find when you transition, you don't even want to talk about it anymore. It doesn't pull on you anymore. There's no connections. There are no blood vessels running from one year to the other. This is the year of a complete cutoff. You will feel no type of way. You just it's just done. No, nobody can woo you back into it. No, it doesn't. You don't have an appetite for it anymore. Now, understand me, and I'm not talking to this church because I'm talking to y'all who watching me. I come out of the AME church that was gullible, you know, overly Africanly influenced in its culture, you know, pew jumping, running around the church. Yeah, baby, y'all have not mastered that until y'all walk into an African church, especially African people who got American ways. I mean, it's just a completely different experience. And I loved it when I was there. We would sit in the back and tune up who was going to go first. The mother's board was always first. The stewards was a little bit too, debonair for that. Eventually they got with it. The choir is always going to be with it. But we would sit in the back, as the kids, and we would take bets on who was going to blow first. That's how I grew up. And my appetite was for it when I was in it. But when I left it, and it was needed in the time that it was in because it was the release for the people. You're talking about the civil rights movement where they can't even get on buses with it. You're talking about an era for me anyway, where Sunday, they couldn't wait to get to Sunday because Sunday was the time that I would not just receive ministry, I could release all of the tension, all of the buildup, all of the hatred, all I had endured, and I could let my God have it all. And that shows itself, especially in Africans, in expression of movement, and the singing and the clapping of hands and musical gifts. It was a time and a season for it. You're now. It's a time and a season for it. But surely, as he said, this is the year of next, it means you don't need that no more. So we've had all this time to transition and get ourselves together. So I was there, and I still like to visit. The clap will certain things will never leave. It's in my DNA. But it's not where I live. I've ceased. I want to hear the word. I want to understand the word. I want the word to work for me. I don't want to shout over my problems. I want to deal with my problems.
Yes. Yes.
I don't want to dance through my trauma.
Yes.
I want to destroy my trauma.
Come on. That's right.
So it's not a place that I would regularly visit.
No.
And in my visitation, I thank you, God, for my roots.
Yeah.
I thank you for my beginning. This is where I found Jesus, understood him as a child, and fell in love. But this is not where I'm present in his presence anymore. You got to settle where you're at to go where you need to be. It's not that it's a bad place, it's just not the place for you anymore.
Come on now.
It's not that they're a bad person, they're just not the person. You do outgrow people as well as, just like you outgrow your clothes, baby.
That's right.
As you expand and you eat more, you get older and curves get, more rounder. We're going to say that round.
Right.
Rounder, and, you start filling out in all those places, What benefited you then and looked good on you then and was attractive, it don't look too good. So it's nothing wrong with the clothing. It's just you don't need to wear them anymore. We outgrow certain things, certain places, certain people, certain jobs. You vexed on that job, baby, you outgrew that job a while back. Why are you still there? I don't know. Why are you there? The paycheck is good. I don't want to work in a place I'm just working for the paycheck. I can go work at Walmart and get money.
Right.
Money is money. It's green. When you go to the bank and ask, did you get this from corporate America, IBM, or did you get it from Popeyes?
Right.
They don't care. So why do you? They don't care. You outgrow certain things.
Finish.
And you don't stay in places that handicap you, that rob you of your rest, that rob you of the cease and bring it to a final state. Some of these jobs are robbing you all. First of all, it takes up too much of your psyche. I asked the leaders on yesterday, you telling me you overwhelmed by what? Are you overwhelmed by God? Your responsibility to ministry? Are you overwhelmed by your job? Are you overwhelmed by your relationships? Are you overwhelmed by home? Tell me what has overwhelmed you. And 99.9999999% of the time, it ain't God.
That's right.
But guess who suffers because you overwhelmed? Your ministry suffers because you've allowed something else to overwhelm you.
Yeah.
Nothing. And Evelyn, they could say this, that's because you're an apostle, whatever. Nothing by any means, nobody and nothing will overwhelm me that I fail God. It's not going to happen. Well, I didn't feel God. I'm just not. When you don't do what you know you supposed failure. You can't show up where you're supposed to show up.
Mm.
You can't do the ministry you're supposed to be doing. You can't see about the people because you're running behind that hard-headed child who won't stay his behind out of jail.
Mm.
You're overwhelmed with that. But who suffers the backlash because you overwhelmed? Oh my goodness. They ain't liking me now. I'm gonna look at the army bag because they got it. Boy, they got hit in the head so hard yesterday. It's like, because I know I can tap. Knoxville is too tender. They can't handle it. I hit them. Your child is 50 years old. Please tell me why.
You right.
You paying their bills. Please tell me why. Well, my child ain't 50. They grown. Why can't you be where God has requested you to be? Because they don't want to keep their own kids. You had no baby. I don't care what y'all other grandparents do. Me. I sins for mine. Don't you bring? I now have great grands, and that joke is so bad. Unless I send for them, don't you bring them to me. I birthed you. I didn't birth them. I have no obligation to you. You were on your back, baby. Are you on top one way or the other? You did that. So how does it tie me?
Some kind of way.
How does it make me responsible for a choice you made?
made? That's good, Apostle.
I'm gonna spend time. I might send you some money, but what we ain't gonna do?
Ain't
You're not gonna lock me up in the house with your bad churn. It's not gonna happen. So I'm overwhelmed, Mama. Nana, I'm overwhelmed. What has overwhelmed you, baby?
Yeah.
And never, I went to church today. I fed the homeless today.
Mm.
I did ministry today. That ain't never it. So if that's not what's overwhelming you, why are you failing to do it and continue to do what is overwhelming to you? Send that joker to his daddy. Drop him off at the curb. See some of y'all. Pack the bag. Make sure the milk is ready.
Make sure it's ready.
Don't. He already living home with his mom.
That's right.
You know what? Don't even call him. Call mama. Your seat is on the porch. You back out, put the car in drive. You make sure they get the baby. But at the moment they come out the door and see the baby,
Right.
turn the phone on mute because you did not have
My teacher, Apostle.
a baby by yourself. You did not make the decision to engage in those things that get a baby by yourself. Therefore, you should not be responsible for a baby by yourself. It's your pride because he don't want you no more. And now he got another girlfriend. I don't care nothing about her. She can babysit too.
Okay. Okay.
Oh Lord, y'all think I'm crazy. But you overwhelmed. You got a call on your life,
You're right.
a charge to keep you happy,
God took it.
and a God to glorify.
That's right.
A never-ending soul to save. You got to fit it for the sky, and you're allowing all of life's complications to overwhelm you, and then God pays the ticket.
Jesus.
It's like you asking me to pay for a dinner you invited everybody in the neighborhood to. It's $3,000, and I didn't even come. Well, Mama, can I use your credit card? God say no,
That's right.
because I put it in your hands. It was for emergencies, not for you. You didn't invite me. How am I benefiting?
Come on.
How many of us can honestly say we've been overwhelmed because of our service to God and our way?
No. So everybody else is a mess.
So why is he picking up the tab
Everybody else is a mess.
for what has overwhelmed us? Tell your girlfriends the next time they invite you out for an all-night party, y'all overwhelmed me the last time. I'm not picking up that tab.
Come on now. Come on.
I was left in the bed when I knew I was supposed to be at church. I had a hangover and I was thrown up.
Mm.
I never made it home. Guess who paid the
Yeah.
guess who paid the tab? God paid the tab, but guess who suffered the consequences? I'm apologizing this morning.
Mm.
I'm repenting this morning. I feel bad about myself this morning
Mm.
because I allowed other things to overwhelm me that I was of no meat for the master's use.
Our Lord.
You got to leave that.
Yes.
Leave this place.
Jesus.
We going, come to the next.
Wow.
It's something when the people around you have gone to next and looking at you across the way.
Mm.
You on the other
Still
side
there.
of Jordan.
Still there.
We're in next, telling you how bountiful. That's Israel. The spies went into the next. They said, oh my God, it's grapes, it's fruit, it's produce. We can't even tote it. Two men toting one. It's blessed over here. This is the land of milk and honey. He didn't lie to us, trying to convince y'all jokers. Y'all don't want to cross to Jordan. Some of us are in the next looking at y'all like, is you coming? When you coming?
Mhm.
And we can see clearly because your next is always elevated from your now.
Mhm.
And so in our elevation, we can see exactly what you're dealing with.
Mhm.
We can see the hyenas that are at your back because you're dragging that blood along with you.
Mhm.
And it's going to consume you and it, but you can't even see it because you refuse to rise. We're gonna leave that.
Wow.
Are you finished or are you finished?
Mm. Mm.
To bring to an end or to completion, finish. To come to the end of, to use completely, to overcome completely, to complete and perfect in detail, to put a finish onto perfection. But the last one, I finished is about the task. I'm finished is about you. Which is it? Don't be finished in a place of unfinished. Don't give up. Don't say, I'm finished. I'm not doing this no more. I'm through with it if the task is not done. You can't leave here and go there until you're finished. I'm finished is me. God said, I'm finished. I'm going to settle the matter. I'm ceasing from it because it's done. He didn't get overly frustrated with it. He didn't see it as inmountable or he got so frustrated that he said, I'm just finished and left it undone. He finished it. Some of us are finished without finishing. You can't leave this year and go to the rest place until you're done with it. Until you're done with it. You will not receive of the fullness. You won't. You won't be a part of the supernatural divine movement of God. You won't. You won't. You won't. You won't even understand it. Because some things are happening that across our boundaries in 57, 87, and you're going to be sitting there, everybody else getting wet, but your umbrella is up. Everybody else seem to understand what's going on with the move of God, but you know why? Because we're not in the same place. We in milk and honey, and you still trying to get across the Jordan. Jordan can only be passed at a certain time. And God called them to cross Jordan when it was at flood stage. If you stepped off the wrong place at Jordan, you fell on a cliff. They had to trust God. And then at that time, all the animals also were trying. So predators and everything else was at Jordan when God didn't get, it's too difficult. Girl, boy, do you know how you fought to get here through your mother's womb? Do you know how you fought to be the one that would be in your mother's womb? Do you know how close you were to death in your crib, vulnerable?
Mm.
And God help us for those of us who had slack parents. Do you know how many times your name was on Satan's death list? And God, you know, but it's too difficult. God brings us into difficult places to strengthen us, not to break us up, to test us.
Yeah.
God don't need to test us. He already knows what that. To test us would mean he doesn't know what we're going to do. So if he brought you to it, he's going to take you through it to bring you to it.
Right.
You will not understand the supernatural. You will not be complete. You will not feel the fullness of the rested place if you don't leave your present place. And this is the beginning of the downbreaking of what the year 5787 is on God's calendar. That's it, Don.